we surrendered to God. That's what one of the things that we need to do in the program. We surrender to God. And what does that really mean? Well, my rock bottom was an emotional and spiritual bankruptcy. And I just got to a point in my life where I just felt I couldn't go on anymore. And I just wanted a new way to live. And I just wanted to change my life. I wanted to do things differently. I wanted to live a different life. And I just saw that this way of living is taking me nowhere. And I was just sick and tired of the way that I was living. And then I came to that realization that I'm an addict and I need help, you know. And once that hit me, I decided I need to find recovery now. Um, I couldn't go to rehab because I was still studying. I was doing my first year, and my parents couldn't afford to take me to rehab. So the program is what I had to start doing. The program is what I started to work, and I went to meetings, and from meetings, the rest was history, you know. And the reason why is because I surrendered. I surrendered to the fact that I cannot control my using. I cannot control my addiction. I cannot control what I'm doing. And I surrendered to the fact that I have to find a new way of life. And I surrendered to the fact that my way is not working. I surrendered to the fact that the drugs are not working. I surrendered to all of that. Now, you know, a lot of people will say, you didn't go so far in your addiction. You only stopped when you were 19 years old. And you didn't try this drug, you didn't try that drug. A lot of people do judge me and they say, you know, you're a faker, you're a hypocrite. You didn't try hard drugs. I did try a lot of hard drugs. The people that hung around me know me very well. And yeah, as a teenager, I was very bad, but I stopped when I was 19 years old. And just because I didn't go down all the way down, just because I didn't go all the way to such a degree that I was a hobo in the street, does not change the fact that I'm an addict. Does not change the fact that my life was unmanageable. I started when I was 13, and by the age of 19, I was down and out. I had become a dealer. I got kicked out of school, and you know, it was just a terrible way of living. And I had to surrender to say I don't want to live that way anymore. And I stopped when I was 19, and I came into the rooms, and I just stayed in the rooms, and I stayed ever since then. And I will not say to you it's been a picnic or rose in the park, or things have been easy and things have been comfortable and things have been nice and it's been a nice smooth sailing. No, there's been hardship. I've lost jobs. I've been fired. I've been dumped by girls. I've been rejected by girls. I've had my heart broken. I've been unemployed. I've been broke as I am now. I've had things that happened to me quite a lot that would have taken me back to my active addiction days. But the program has helped me to stay strong, you know. So there's a huge difference between resignation and surrender. We may have thought that it was our destiny to be addicts, to live and die in addiction. Surrender, on the other hand, is what happens after we've accepted the first step as something that is true for us and have accepted that recovery is the solution. We don't want our life to be the way they have been. We don't want to keep feeling the way we've been feeling. So if you don't want to continue living the way you're living, and you don't want to continue feeling the way you feel, and you're sick and tired of that life, and you're sick and tired of people hating you, and you're sick and tired of everything, your life being unmanageable, then you're ready to surrender. And you're ready to take the first step. And you're ready to start finding recovery. And you're ready to change your life. There's a lot of meetings everywhere in this world. Go on the NA website, or on the AA website, or on the SAA website. There's a lot of meetings about everything, for gambling, for sex, for drugs, for alcohol. Contact someone. Then get yourself to a meeting and commit to it. And don't make excuses. My child is sick, I have to be at work, I'm tired, my granny is visiting, not this weekend, I'm busy. Don't make excuses. Just do the right thing, you know. And if you're rock bottom like me, my rock bottom wasn't the fact that I lost anything. And if you think, well, I'll still live at home and everything is okay, it might not be okay in the next 10 years, in the next 5 years, in the next 3 years. Don't gamble like that. Don't take that chance. Don't wait till you're all the way down for you to change. So start changing now. Start being different now. Walk into a room, take suggestions, sit down, shut up and listen. And don't give up. That's one thing. You have no permission to give up. Don't give up. It gets easier over time. In the beginning, it's very tough. It's very hard. But we did not become addicts in one day. So remember, easy does it. So the practice of the principle of honesty from step 1 starts with admitting the truth about our addiction and continues with the practice of honesty on a daily basis. And that's one thing that I never thought ever in my life I'd get to, where I practice honesty on a daily basis. We begin to be able to be honest with ourselves and consequently with other people. Believe that there might be another way to live, and there is another way to live, and that way is recovery. And recovery does work, and recovery will help you to stay clean. It will help you to stay sober. It will help you to get your life back together again. And being willing to try that, just have that willingness. Have that willingness to try this way. Just do 90 meetings in I guarantee you, after 90 meetings in 90 days, if you tell me that that's not for you, I'll be shocked. Because after 90 meetings in 90 days, you'll definitely know that I'm an addict and I need help. So being willing to try this way. It doesn't matter that we can't see every detail of what there might be, or that it may be totally unlike anything we've heard before. What matters is that we don't want to limit ourselves or our thinking. So when we first begin to think about recovery, many of us either don't really believe it is possible for us. It is possible. It's possible. When you see me like this, I'm a miracle. Literally a miracle. Or just don't understand how it will work. You don't have to know how it works. I just know that the switch is on and off. That's it. I don't know how electricity works, but I still make my coffee. I still use the computer. I still use my cell phone account. I don't know how exactly, if I press Y, this works, but it works. The program is the same way. You don't have to know the details of how things work, but it works. So we go ahead with the first step anyway. Taking any action that will help our recovery show willingness. Going to meetings early and staying late. Start there. Go to meetings, stay there, talk to people, make yourself a cup of coffee, sit down and listen to shares and be open-minded and don't judge and look for similarities rather than the differences. And you must know one thing, that in the rooms you'll find different people. You'll find Christians, you'll find Hindus, you'll find Jews, you'll find blacks, you'll find whites, you'll find females, you'll find males. You'll find all these types of things. And don't judge people that don't believe the same way that you believe, or live the same way that you live, or hold the same principles that you hold, because in recovery we are not there for that. In recovery we are there to find sobriety. In recovery we are there to get clean, to get sober. All the other things, put them aside. You can do that in your church or in the shul or in the mosque. You can adhere to your principles there. And you can say whatever you want to say in those places. But when it comes to the rooms, we are only there for recovery, for sobriety. And we need to put prejudice and all these things aside in the rooms. In our religious organizations, we can adhere to our religious beliefs. But let's learn to respect. Let's learn to keep an open mind. Let's learn to be willing. Let's learn to put our recovery first. Let's learn to find sobriety, to stay clean, to stay sober, and to live a life filled with recovery.